Okay, let's do it. We are live. Good to see everybody. How are you? It's Andrew. Back again, another live unboxing. We have a good one here today. We have the Dell Precision 5490 and the 5690. We're going to do another double unboxing. I have both of them right here. This is going to be workhorses. These are workstations, as you know, so we're going to get into that. We looked at last year's versions, and they are pretty powerful for what they need to do in terms of having ISV certified applications working on them. Drivers are optimized for them. And I like the way they look, feel, and the durability on them. They are really good workhorses for sure, especially the 5490, which is really portable for a workstation, of course. We'll get into the specs and everything in a moment, but let's say hello to a few people while we have you filing in as we get things underway here. We have NeoBiome777. Hello, how are you? Constantine, once again. Yes, these are very nice laptops. Good to see our good friend, moderator William Cohen here. As always, of course, welcome aboard. Mr. Amargerto, as always, music spot on. You like the music, the intro, good. Gloria Tells. I forget the name of the song, whatever. I should probably just list it every time. Another workhorse review, absolutely. Spiderweb, hi. Hi to you, good sir. Jeffrey hope I don't butcher your name. Changthian? No, Chang Sathian? Well, anyway, I hope I didn't butcher your name. Good to see you, Jeffrey. Respect for Andrew. Okay, I appreciate that, my friend. All right, so we have the two boxes here. We're going to do, I believe, let's just do it in size order, right? So we'll do the 14 and then we'll do the 16. We're going to get the 14 out on first here. So let me take this, put this down for now. And we have the 14-inch here. And let's bring out the specs here. And you can see right here, this is the 5490. And I can tell you right off the bat, price-wise, it's going to start at $2,089. Just keep in mind, these are workstations. These are professional-grade drivers on them and so forth. They're going to have the Ada graphics and so forth. So they're going to be bought in bulk by companies. Professionals are going to buy these. Movie studios, architects, et cetera, medical imaging teams, et cetera. So these things certainly have a lot to offer in that regard. They're very popular in the professional world. So just keep that in mind. Good to see Nadine here. All right, so Precision 5490, 14-inch here display, 16:10 aspect ratio, 2560 by 1600, a QHD plus resolution. Now this is 60 hertz, which I would have liked to have seen higher refresh rate, but again, professional workstation, I'm not surprised here. One thing it does have is an active pen support. So not only is it touch, you can use a pen with it. We'll try one of the pens we have here. Hopefully one of them will work. Intel Core Ultra 9 185H. That is good. We like to see that. Meteor Lake laptops here for 2024, and this has the Ultra 9. We have the NVIDIA RTX 3000 Ada graphics here, 8 gigabytes of GDDR6 memory. Also has Intel Arc graphics, up to 64 gigabytes of LPDDR5X RAM, 74, 67 mega transfers per second. So I like having that ability to go up to 64. But again, soldered in, so we'll talk about that. M.2 2280 SSD, up to 4 terabytes, 4-cell 72 watt-hour battery, Wi-Fi 7, and a Bluetooth 5.4 combo card. Good to see Wi-Fi 7 here. I like that. Means it's future-proof here. And then we got to this section here. This is 3.26 pounds or 1.48 kilograms. And 3.26 pounds is it's got a little bit of weight, but considering it has a discrete GPU, it's pretty good. We saw last year on the 5480 as far as having a discrete GPU. I liked it, and we'll see how it is on this one. 720p webcam. This has surprised me a little bit. I thought maybe they'd go up to full HD. Apparently, they're still using the older sensors, I guess, the older chassis. I don't know. We'll have to see, but like to see 1080p. I think we get a 1080p on the 16-inch, so not sure what's going on there. We'll double check that. Windows Hello. It is an IR camera. That's good. Fingerprint reader. The power button doubles as that fingerprint reader. You got quad speakers here, 4 2 watts times 4, that's 8 total watts of power. Should be good sound. It's the anodized Titan Gray. That's good. It's all metal, of course, and it has that Titan Gray finish, which I like. And then the ports, you're going to get the 4 Thunderbolt 4 ports and the headset jack, and I think that's pretty much it. I don't know, maybe they'll give us a dongle or hub in the box. And again, price is going to be a little hefty on these. Again, these are workstations. Again, companies buy these in bulk. They'll get discounts from Dell. Starting $2246, and then price tested here over $4,000, so it's not cheap, that's for sure. All right, so that is the specs on this unit. So good to see everybody here. Let's see how many people we have. 63 of you, or 69 of you, I should say, watching. Do me a favor before we get this out of the box right now. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up. Let's get this spread out over YouTube. So without further ado, you know the drill, folks. Let's get this out of the box. Okay, so we got the precision packaging here, of course, very similar to the Latitude and the XPS line we've been seeing. Nothing else there. I think everything's going to be on this inner box. No sleeve or anything like that. Welcome to Dell. Let's do great things together. I hope so. All right, so this is the package within, of course. We get some documentation here, and this is going to have the precision information, warranty information, yada, yada, yada. Precision 5490, okay. Pretty standard fare. Put this back in there. And as I suspected, we're going to get that dongle, which gives you HDMI. It gives you USB-A and has that flip out prong on there to connect up via USB Type-C. So it flips out, and you got a little portable hub with you to give you those missing ports. So at least they do give you that in the box. That's good. Just like we saw on the XPS line. So pretty good on that regard. And then we get our power charger here. And this is going to be, let me see here. So this is a 130 watt power charger. Yeah, 130 watts. It's going to be USB Type-C. I think I have one all ready to go, same charger, so we can put this one back in for now. And then, of course, you get your power cord right there. Pretty standard stuff, and that is everything you get in the box. And of course, here's the unit itself. Now, this is going to be the Titan Gray, or whatever they're calling it. I believe the anodized Titan Gray is what they called it in the color and their specs. And I like it. It's solid. It's a throwback in a lot of ways to what we saw on the XPS line that, you know, from before they made the revisions and made it a little bit more modern and so forth, although some people don't like it. They want to have a design like this. So pretty good. Let's see, of course, if we can open this with one finger. We can. Yeah, we can do that, if that matters to you. Okay, so this is the carbon fiber deck. You know, I just hope this never goes away. I love this. I miss this. It's that soft carbon fiber. It's very comfortable when you place your fingers on the deck. I like it. It's got the keyboard that I love. We got the physical function rows that I love. There you can see it. I get excited every time I have one of these because in a way, it's a lot of ways, it's a throwback to the XPS that I used to love. And of course, this is here, but we have some modern internals. This is, again, a 14-inch display, 2.5K resolution, 2560 by 1600. It's touch. It should have pen support, which is pretty interesting, right? And here's the underside. You can see it here. And it's going to say Precision 5490. It's got some venting there. I love this. I love this design. I love this color. It is a beautiful laptop, that's for sure, as we have about 85 of you watching. Okay. I love it. Let's give a listen to the keyboard. Oh, love it. Ah, yeah. That's great. I love it. Now, it does have a mechanical touchpad. It's not a haptic touchpad. Would have liked to have seen them move to a haptic. It is. It's a little bit on the small side. I will tell you that. Although it is proportional to this 14-inch form factor, but pretty good in that regard. Okay, now let's get a look at the ports, and then we'll get a measurement of the weight. This will be quick. Well, maybe not so quick. Let's see. So we have a microphone headphone combo jack, 3.5 millimeter. You get two Thunderbolt 4 ports, USB Type-C. They'll be full function. You get your smart card reader here, optional smart card reader, I believe. And then on the right side, you get two more Thunderbolt 4 ports. You get a Kensington lock port, and that's it. I don't see any SD card reader. I think we'll get an SD card on the 16-inch. And again, they do give you that dongle in the box. Now, for those wondering, this is how far back it goes. Okay, it's a good viewing angle. Hinges are excellent on this. Very minimal screen wobble. When you're typing on this, it's going to basically not move at all. That's good. Now, build quality, excellent. I mean, this thing is like rock solid. This is really premium, and especially at this price point, you would expect that. Very little give or flex on the lid here. And as far as this, yeah, this is rock solid, no flex on the screen. Basically, it is built like a tank. So it is really rock solid. The design is pretty good. Now, it does have sharp edges. Jeffrey is pointing that out. I do like the soft carbon fiber deck here. So, but you will notice that it does have some sharp edges. I don't mind it. I think I like the design quite a bit. Again, some people might not like those edges. I don't know. No legacy ports, but they do give you that legacy port and the HDMI on the dongle included in the box. All right, now let's get a measurement of the weight. Let me get the power supply, get a total travel weight here. We'll even measure with the dongle. Why not? What the hell? Okay, moving right along here because we want to get to the 16 as well. So here we have it. Let's put it into kilograms. Okay, so make sure it's on 0. With just the unit alone, we're looking at 1.645 kilograms, and that would be 3 pounds, 10 ounces on the dot. So that is with just the unit alone. Now, I'm going to add the power cord and the power charger, and we're looking at just, 4.98 pounds, and that would be, as far as kilograms, we're looking at 2.092 kilograms. Now, with the dongle, so you want to travel, get everything in the bag, 2.115 or 2.114 kilograms, and that would be 4 pounds, 10.6 ounces all in. Not too bad, considering this is packing an RTX RTX 3000 Lovelace Ada graphics, right? So that is pretty darn good. All right, I'll take it. So let's put this to the side. Let's turn that off. Okay, so that is the 14-inch. Let's boot it up just for the first time, and then we'll get out the 16, and then we'll start running some benchmarks on them. So this should be set up already. We'll see. Yeah, so it's lighting up here. How's everybody doing? As we have, let's see, we have 92 of you watching, so pretty good turnout once again. And this might be the first boot, we'll see. In fact, let me plug it into my Dell Thunderbolt dock here. Let's see what happens. There it goes. Boom. That is looking more like what XPS should have been, except the soldered stuff. You know, a lot Blue Streak. Blue Streak, it is a nice throwback. I got to tell you, it is a nice throwback. We'll see which pen supposedly works with this. Now, this is a touch display, okay? And let's see. Let me see if I have a pen here that works with this. I don't know. This is from the, not this one. It won't be this one. Let's try this one. Yeah, so I don't know who makes this pen. Somebody does. Anyway, this works with it. So for those that want to take notes, sketch out artwork, a nice added bonus here is that you can do diagrams and so forth, and you've got a touch display. That's pretty good. Oh, that would have been great, William, if they put an SD card onto that dongle. I certainly agree with that. Okay, so we'll get to your comments and questions in a moment, but it does have pen support, so maybe we'll have time. We'll check that out. This is the display. You can see it right here. It's pretty gorgeous. I got to tell you, it's pretty gorgeous. Not too reflective. Even though I have a lot of studio lights, I've seen worse. So this is pretty good. 2560 by 1600. Now, it is a 60 hertz refresh rate, so no 120 on this. A little disappointing. I'm a little disappointed on that. But to say that, you know, not 120 is not essential, and especially when we want to maximize battery life on a professional workstation, I understand. So if we go to the system specs here, we can see what we're dealing with here. And again, this particular unit has the Intel Core Ultra 9 185H. This has 64 gigabytes of RAM, so it's fully loaded. You can see the nice backlighting against these dark keys here. Again, love the design. And as far as the storage here, what are we looking at? Let's go to the device manager. And you can see what I'm doing here. Let's go to the disk drive here. We're looking at an NVMe, obviously. Oh, Kiocha. This is one from Toshiba, or a spinoff from Toshiba. Looks like it's a terabyte of storage. I think I'm pronouncing that wrong, but I'm not sure. Kioja or Kiozia, I don't know. But it was a subsidiary, if I'm not mistaken, of Toshiba. We saw that on the one we did last time here on the channel, on the live stream. I don't remember. Was it the detachable or one of them we did? I don't remember. Or maybe it was on the HP Envies that we did. By the way, those are coming very soon. I'm working on them simultaneously, so we'll have a couple of reviews on those coming up. Now, for those that want Dell XPS, obviously they've changed the design. And I saw that, and again, I can talk about this because this has been leaked. So I'm not saying anything that has not already been leaked. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. But there is going to be supposedly an Inspiron 14 from Dell with the new Snapdragon Elite processor, Snapdragon X Elite. And then I think there's also going to be an XPS, Dell XPS 14, or was it 14? I believe it's a 14, or maybe it's a 13. I don't remember. But that one also will have the Snapdragon. So again, I don't have anything official from Dell. I only saw what was leaked online. So I'm not saying anything that has, that has not already been made to the public. And again, whether it's true or not, I don't know. So we'll see. We know we have Dell Technology World coming up here in Las Vegas in next week, or on the 20th, I believe. And I will be there because I will be there. I'm invited by Dell. So who knows what we'll see. But again, I'm not saying anything that has not already been leaked. And again, I'm not surprised. I would love to see that. All right. Now, as far as greetings from Buffalo, New York, Jerry Davis, that is my alma mater, the University of Buffalo, SUNY Buffalo. I graduated there, so always brings back fond memories, although not the snow, that's for sure. Would you consider doing smaller laptops in the future? There are some interesting 10 and 11 inch. I'm always open as long as brands send them to me. I don't want to go too much out of pocket here. We have a limited budget. Everyone has AI events on the 20th, pretty much coinciding with a lot of things. That's all I'm going to say. But I'm interested, right? I'm interested. I'd like to see it. All right. And I'll report what I find, of course, as long as I'm not under embargo. And again, I've not been told anything from Dell. I'm only going with what was leaked. Whether it's true or not, again, I don't know. I'm just telling you what's out there. I'm not doing anything wrong in that sense. So there you go. I've been watching your videos for a long time. I bought a new laptop because I was interested in your video. Currently, this laptop is among the best laptops. Good luck in your endeavors. I appreciate that. All right. So this is the 14-inch. We're going to benchmark it. We're going to do all that. Let's put it aside for now. And we're going to bring out the 16-inch. You get 2 for 1 today. All right. Let me put this away. Hold on. I don't want to have too many things on the table here. Let's just put some of this stuff away right here. In fact, I'll plug this in now. Let me just use this one. We'll use the one it came with. I think I have one here already plugged in, but I'm not going to fuss with it. So we're going to get this one plugged in already, and then this way I won't have to do it later, and we'll get really more efficient time-wise. Okay, so that's plugged in. Let's close this, and let's put this away. And let's set this up. So this is the 16-inch precision. We're going to look at the specs right now. So this is the 5690, okay? And don't fall off your chair when you see the price. This thing is pretty freaking loaded. It's not the starting price. This is prices tested. And again, movie studios will buy these. They'll get the discounts. I don't have to go over that. You know. I think those of you who are watching, you know. This is not for the average consumer, that's for sure. All right, 16-inch OLED display. That one, by the way, I believe was an IPS display, I think on the 14-inch. This is an OLED display. This is 3840 by 2400, a 4K plus resolution, or UHD plus, 60 hertz also, 400 nits of brightness, 100% DCI-P3. Yeah, Nadine. Nadine is already, what? Yeah, well, Apple charges that. Yeah, Apple charges that. Yeah, it's expensive. This is fun just to look at this stuff. Let's be honest. But again, there are companies that are buying these, and they're buying them for good reason. And we'll talk about that as well. All right, Intel Core Ultra 9 185H with the V Pro. NVIDIA RTX 5000 Ada graphics, 16 gigabytes of RAM. Everybody's making comments about the price. 32 gigabytes of RAM. I think this one either has 32 or 64. I don't remember. 512. I think these are starting. I think it has more. I think we have more on that on this one. But these are what I think it starts at. 6-cell, 100 watt-hour battery, which is great. So that's a legal limit you could take on an airplane. So that's going to be pretty good in terms of the battery. As far as weight, you're looking at about 4.8 pounds or 2.17 kilograms. Full HD IR camera, that's good. That's 1080p. There's a fingerprint scanner. There's also the IR camera for logging in with Windows Hello. You've got the quad speakers. You've got the anodized Titan Gray. Gonna love the color. This is a little bit different than the other color we saw. And then 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports, an audio jack, an SD card slot, full size, Kensington lock port, smart card reader, and it also has HDMI 2.1. So pretty good on that regard. And yeah, this starts at $22.89, as you can see here. And price is tested about $6,500. I don't know what to tell you guys. It is a lot. I'm laughing only because people are just going crazy. Yeah, it's expensive. But again, serious piece of equipment here. There is no doubt about it. I agree, Jerry. This is very expensive, but it is a serious piece of equipment. All right. So without further ado, you know the drill, folks. Let's get this out of the box. Okay, sorry, wrong microphone. Okay, here we have the Precision here. It's a little heavier, a lot more heavier. We'll talk about that. I think that's everything in the box here. Nothing else. That's the outer box. All right, there she is. This is the Precision 5690. A little bit of heft on this. More paperwork. You know I love that. Yada, yada, yada. BS. Okay. Although I think it has a pretty good warranty. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it might have a 3-year on-site warranty included, standard. I'm not sure, but I'll have to double check that. Hopefully it is the case. No dongle needed, although they do give you one extra dongle here, which is pretty interesting. They give you a USB-A to USB Type-C. Pretty interesting. So it does have more ports on this one, that's for sure. So that's why they include that. And a pretty compact adapter here, and it's pretty similar to the one we just saw, I think. This one's 165. Yeah. This is 100 and my eyes are going terrible. This is 165 watts. It's almost the same size as the one we just looked at. I think that was 130. Again, this is going to have a more beefier processor. GPU, I should say, Ada 5000 on this one. So pretty interesting. So let's put that to the side. Here's the power cord, pretty standard stuff. There you go. That's that in this little dongle. We don't need to weigh that. That weighs nothing. All right. And here's the unit itself. And this is pretty nice. So there it is. It's the Titan Gray. And again, a little bit more heft. We'll get a measurement of the weight in a moment. Pretty nice looking. Let's see if we can do it. You know what I'm talking about. Yes, you could pretty much open it with one finger. Again, that is pretty nice looking. Wow. Yeah, for this price, you better look nice. Wow. That's a throwback. Again, reminding me of the XPS 15, the XPS 17. This is, of course, a 16-inch. Loved it last year, loving it this year. This is a nice, I don't think this is it almost feels like a carbon fiber. It's like a soft rubber deck kind of feel. It's really good, actually. Pretty nice speakers here. These are grills. Again, this is going to have the quad speakers. Let's give a listen to the keyboard. Very nice. So very nice. So this is going to be OLED. Pretty bright display also. And it is a touch display. I don't think it's pen support. I could try. I don't think this one will have it. No. This one will not have pen support. The 14 does. You can see it here. This is the display. And again, maybe I should lower this a little bit so it doesn't get too blown out. Very nice looking laptop. There's no doubt about it. OLED 4K plus. 3840 by 2400. That means you're going to get a UHD plus resolution. It's also going to be 60 hertz, no option for higher refresh rate. A little disappointing. Again, not surprised on a workstation here, so just keep that in mind. This is a throwback. I mean, for those that are not crazy about the new design of the XPS, this is certainly going to give you flashbacks to that, as we have about 100 of you watching. Physical function row, everything you'd want. Power button doubles as a fingerprint scanner here. You got your Copilot button. I don't know. I think it was also on the 14-inch. Let's take a look size-wise between these two before we get a measurement of the weight here. So let me put this to the side here. So here is let's line these up here. So this is the 16-inch on the bottom right here. This is the 14-inch, and it's a pretty significant size difference. You can see the footprint there. They do support Windows Hello. Both of them do. I think somebody was asking that. Let me clean that. Yeah, that's cleaned off. So there's the size. Now, thickness-wise, you can see the difference here. Obviously, the bottom one is going to be thicker, and then that is the size of them. And then the ports, we'll go over we already went over the ports on this one, but that is the difference. And then if you want to see these two opened up as far as keyboard decks and so forth, this is the 5490, the 14-inch, and then this is the 5690, which is, of course, 16-inch laptop. I love them. These are both V Pro. They both have Meteor Lake processors, the Core Ultra 9 185H with V Pro. Both of them have V Pro. Of course, that's needed in a professional-grade workstation. This is pretty good. Now, you can see here, this is a lot smaller. This is going to be a lot more portable than this one. And I got to tell you, I love them both. Now, the keyboards are very similar in some regards. They are different. They feel pretty much similar in terms of the key travel, although spacing-wise may be a little bit different. I'll take a look at that. Different wallpaper there as this one, of course. So pretty interesting, right? Pretty interesting. So let's put this aside for now. We're going to bring it out in a moment. Don't worry. Let's get a look at the ports on the 16-inch. So this one has an HDMI 2.1. We're on the left side. A 3.5 millimeter microphone headphone combo jack. Two Thunderbolt 4 ports that are full function. They support data, charge, and display out. And then on this side, you get your third USB Type-C, I believe, on that. Or it could be you. Let's bring out the specs because I don't remember because my memory's terrible. So let's go to the port selection here. Let me go back over here. Let's pause that. So 2 Thunderbolt 4, okay. And then there's a USB, I guess this is USB Type-C 3.2. So is this, I think this one, let's go back over here as we move this off the screen here. This one should be another USB-C. I don't think it's Thunderbolt 4, and this is a Kensington lock. So pretty interesting. Would have been nice to have all of them Thunderbolt 4, but I'm not sure. I'll have to double check that. And then where's the SD card reader? This is supposed to have an SD card. I thought this was supposed to have an SD card. Apparently not. Wait a minute. Here's your smart card reader. Hold on. Isn't this supposed to have an SD card? Why did I have that? Am I losing my mind here? Hold on. Let's bring that back out here. Maybe I'm wrong. Thought it did. SD card slot. Mine doesn't have... Wait a minute. Am I... What the... There's no SD card slot. I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure what's going on. I thought it had an SD card slot. I guess it doesn't. I'm wrong. I don't know if it's an option. I don't know. I'm clueless. All right. Well, that's that on that one. All right. So this is the ports. Let's get a measurement of the weight. So let's bring out our scale here. Yeah, I guess I got the smart card version. I'm not sure what's going on. The SD card is there. It's just invisible. You're right, William. It's a first. It's an invisible SD card slot. Oh, it's funny. I don't know. We'll look into that. It could be, I don't know. I could have, the specs did say, and I went with their official specs, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's an option. You have to spec it out, configure it, pre-configure it. I don't know. All right, let's put it on kilograms. And with just the unit alone, we're looking at 2.323. So 2.323 kilograms, and that would be 5 pounds, 1.9 ounces. And then with the power cord and the power charger, you're looking at 6 pounds, 2.7 6 pounds, 2.7 ounces, and that would be 2.799 kilograms all in. That's your total travel weight. So for those wondering, that's what's going to be in your bag. All right. So if anybody can tell me what's going on with that SD card, I'm not sure. It is optional. Okay, it's probably optional. Imagine it's in the smart card reader. I don't know. I guess it is optional. Some weird stuff going on, folks. Weird stuff. I don't know. That was a surprise. All right. Always a surprise with Dell, right? Okay. So let's do the useless test of the day. Of course, we know what that is. Yes, you can open it with one finger. This screen is pretty gorgeous, I got to admit. I agree. They should have probably put that on the dongle. The SD card, if they're not going to include it on the unit. I think it might be an option. That's my guess here. We'll have to look into that. All right, so we have both of these. Let's plug this one in. Let me get this plug out ready. We're going to plug both of them in. Making a mess with all this garbage over here. So this is 165 watts, and this one is 130. So I don't know if I can show you. You can sort of see them there. One's plugged in already, but you can sort of see them there. You can see them there. So they're the same physical size pretty much, but you can sort of see it there. But one is more powerful. The smaller one is more powerful, which is pretty interesting. Pretty darn interesting. All right, let me plug this one in. All right, so this is going to go here. Let's plug it into this side. All right, let's get this one over here, and let's plug this one. And this one is, this one's 130 watts. So let me plug this one. A lot of wires here. Let's plug this one over here. Let's just put it this way. All right. All right, they're plugged in. Pretty good. Okay, let's make sure these wires are out of the way. Yeah, I think that's as good as we're going to get it. Okay, they're plugged in, and we have both of them going. Let me put it on me. I'm going to put this 6,000 for laptops without a. I don't know what the deal is. Listen, Apple does give you. I got to say, they do give you the SD card reader, but they also charge too much. All right, so let me put it on me. It's on me already. Let me get connected to network. Keyboard feels good. Do both of them. It's a lot of work doing double unboxing. This is the second one in a row. That's for sure. All right, so these are both connected up to my network. So they're both connected. All right. Let me get some coffee here. You can see, by the way, the back of these units, for those wondering, both have the same Dell logo, obviously. All right, so here's something pretty interesting from Blue Streak. Lack of a SD card makes perfect sense. Corporate security is a very different thing from consumer. This is not a consumer product. That's a good point, by the way. And hence also the smart card reader in this one. So I think you might be able to configure it with one. I don't know. I'll ask my contact at Dell. Of course, it's the weekend. I'll wait. So pretty interesting. All right. So let's start downloading some stuff here. Obviously, we're going to go to... Let me start in without my data. Let's do Geekbench. Okay, and then let's confirm and continue. Go without this data. Start browsing. So we're going to do Geekbench, and then we'll go from there. Download. Okay. Download for Windows, download. Both touch displays. Both are pretty bright, I got to tell you. This one I think is a 500 nits. I think this is IPS, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it, I think it is IPS, but I'll double check. So... makes sense, right, Nadine? I think it makes sense. And then this one we can lower a little bit. This is about 400 nits. This is OLED. A little bit of glossiness on both, but nothing to be too concerned about. Let's open this. Let's open this. Both have the same processor. And just out of curiosity, let me go to the system specs here. This one has 32 gigabytes. This has 64. This is also should be soldered in as well. But they're running at the faster 74, 67 mega transfers per second on both. Okay, so next, agree, next, install. Pretty good, not too much screen wobble there. Next, install. Okay. Hope you're enjoying this. This is a lot of work. We also probably should put it on their highest settings in terms of their... So let's go to the Dell Optimizer. And Dell Optimizer. Just get through this consenting, all this garbage. So we'll put it on power settings here, power. So let's see, thermal management. Right now it's on optimize. We're going to put the 14 on the ultra performance, and then we'll do the same thing on this one. It's already on the ultra performance, and then we can close that. And then let's go to the power settings on the Windows side of things and make sure we are running on the fullest power. But sometimes you know how that goes. Yeah, see, they're not coming up. I'm going to probably have to restart it. I think they'll be fine. I think as long as we're on the other one. All right, let's not show that. Okay, we have to restart it later. We will. All right, so let's run these two at the same time. They both have the Core Ultra 9 185H with vPro. You can see them running there together. All here, we have 3 to 4 PC, laptop, tablet in front of us. Well, we have 2 here. I don't know. Maybe I'm misunderstanding something. If they need SD card for legit reasons, the IT department can provide one. By default, most corporations would opt for 0 removable media. And that makes sense. That makes total sense. Again, we need to... One thing we have to do is we have to look at this from the lens of security, right? One of the reasons you're going to go with a Precision, even Latitude, or any of the other corporate professional laptops, you want security first and foremost, right? So you want to minimize any kind of corporate espionage or any kind of thing that could corrupt the system. So I think having maximum security here is utmost importance. That makes a lot of sense. We are getting the information you need based on your experience. Thank you for your help. Good luck in your endeavors. Your fans from Uzbekistan. All right, I appreciate that. And your name, let me see if I can read this. Zhuriev Alisher Zhuriev. All right. I read Cyrillic. I took Russian in college. I'm not a Russian spy for this. In the corporate world, we want users putting data on our servers and no place else, no way to get the data off onto their own devices. So in the corporate world, we want users to put, right. You want to be able to control the flow of information. There's no doubt about it. Control the data, right? In this day and age, it's still quite easy to get around these restrictions. Absolutely, William. So, I mean, look, it makes sense. If I'm in a corporate environment and I'm an IT person, I'm doing the buying and I'm in charge of the security and what have you, I would definitely want to have security as the first and foremost, right? Because you want to be able to control what's going on. And there's ways around it, but you don't want to make it too easy, right? So... And here we have somebody from Nepal. All right. All right. So we're waiting on our first benchmarks here. Again, I haven't updated. I didn't even change the Windows settings. We probably have to restart it as far as the power settings, but I did change the optimizer. Hopefully they're running. They're not that loud, the fans, which is good so far. But again, we haven't really pushed it 100%, although this is doing the CPU performance. And I love the design. Like, you know, it's a throwback in a way, especially on this one with the carbon fiber deck. This has a softer, this is like a, they feel very similar. This probably is carbon fiber now that I feel it. They feel very similar. From Spain, good to see you, my friend. All right. Nepal, Spain, we have a lot of people here. Can you test the SSDs if they both are using the same make and speed? So probably shouldn't do this while I'm doing this, but we already saw that that was from the one from Toshiba, whatever that name was. Now, this one, I don't know. Is this a haptic touchpad? I don't remember. Feels different. This might be haptic, by the way. Feels haptic. Let me see something. Well, let's first go check the device manager on this one. Can somebody check? This might be haptic, which is great. So disk drive on the 5690, it's a RAID 0. So we'll see. We'll look more into that. So 13,288, 2494 on this one. 2434 on this one, 12,863. Both are really good results here. Let me take a screenshot. All right, so very good single well, look, one thing I will say about the single core, if you're looking at an Apple MacBook, that's going to have better single core performance. That's what we've been seeing with the Meteor Lake. And it's not going to be better than last year's 13th gen. But I will say they have been much more efficient in terms of battery life and so forth. So just keep that in mind. Now, let's minimize this. We'll do the speed test in a moment as far as the disk drives. All right, now. So let's do the OpenCL. This is the NVIDIA RTX 3000, and this is the 5000. So the both Ada Lovelace graphics. So let's run these together. Let me just change one thing here before we do that. I want to do the scaling is not right here. Let me do it to 175. Sometimes the scaling is off on this Windows that you have to adjust it. So it should show it now. Yeah, so let's run this one and let's run this one. 3,000 and 5,000, okay? So we'll get some graphics performance here. Feels haptic, that's what she said. That's funny, I like that. This feels like a haptic touchpad. I'm gonna look into that. Let me see here. Let me go here, hold on. 5690, let me do Control F, search your haptic. Oh, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, it is a haptic. I knew right away. My spidey sense, I was onto that. So it is a haptic touchpad. Nicely done, Dell. Love it. I think it was last year also, so I shouldn't be so surprised here. 99% of corporate users are in photogs or video editors. That's why you might want to go to the Latitude line for those people. You may not, this might be overkill for those that are not doing those things like that. But, it's just a matter of what your preferences are. So this is pretty interesting here. So 94,964 on the Ada, the 3000, RTX 3000, RTX 5000 Ada, 152,725. So that's pretty nice results here. Again, smaller unit, and of course doesn't have as powerful GPU as this one. Make sure this gets a screenshot. All right, so that's that. Let's let me do one thing here. Let me download the Crystal Disk Mark test. I want to see the differences in speed. This is going to be RAID 0, so you're going to have some really fast drive speeds on this. But let's load this one in. Let's go to my downloads. This also has Linux. Hold on. This has Linux? Is this a dual boot? It's showing Linux there. We're going to have to look into that. That's something I haven't seen before on here. That's pretty interesting. We'll maybe have to look at that. All right, let me go to my Crystal Disk Mark test here. Let me put this into the downloads. Oops, wrong one. Okay, it's on the download. And then while I'm there, I should probably also load the other ones in as well, just to have it in case we do it today. And then I'll put it on this one. I'll put it on this one as well. Okay, so let's unplug this for a second, and let's go into here. And this one, I'll load that one in as well. So that's pretty interesting. All right, let me open this one up. Now, this PC, I don't see, this one didn't have the, oh yeah, this one also has the Linux on there down here. But we'll have to look into that. Why it's, I guess it might, it's Linux ready at least, right? So, where is it? Let's go let's do these three. Let me go here. Haptic touchpad feels good. Okay, that's loading in. Windows subsystem for Linux. Okay, thank you. I'm not an IT person, you can tell. Linux is a standard, 100% expected. Linux is a standard for AI work. Okay. Nice. All right. Let me unplug this and put this one back here. All right, let's load in the Crystal Disk Mark test on both of these. Let me go to the download on this one. Wait, didn't I load that in? Hold on, maybe I put it in the wrong folder. As usual, I'm screwing up here. Give me a second again. In the meantime, I can load it on this one. Okay. Thanks for being patient. Of course, you know, I'll leave this up as a replay. I'll put in chapters, of course. Let me go to the downloads. Oh, yeah, I put in the wrong thing. So, yeah, there they are. They were in the wrong place. Now they should be good. As we have, hope I'm not losing too many of you. Yeah, we still got a pretty good turnout. We've been watching your videos. Let's see, from Uzbekistan. We've been watching your videos for a long time. Good luck with your work. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so let me go to the Crystal Disk Mark. Extract that. All right, let's load these up. So 64, there we go. This is the 14-inch. And then on this one, so just so I know, let me look at these drives for a second here. So we're looking at a terabyte of storage. And again, it said RAID 0 on this one, on the 16-inch. So let's run these and see what we get. So this both have a terabyte of storage. And let's do that. Okay, so here's some information here from Cyan. It's a Windows subsystem for Linux, or WSL. Made coding in Windows laptops so convenient, but great to see that it's installed by default. All right, that's good to know. Look at this. Well, I don't know if you can see it. Well, now you can probably see it. So far, almost 12,000 reads. This is almost 7,000. Both excellent. This is RAID 0. This is what you're going to get with RAID 0. That's pretty fast. Over 12,000. Almost 7,000 on that one. That's already off to a good start. So I can't wait to test the Puget Bench DaVinci Resolve on this and this one as well. I'm expecting good results for video editing on this. So we'll see those results. I'll run those numbers and bring it into you in the full review. It takes a while to run that, so we'll get those numbers. So far, looking good in terms of the reads. Both. This is RAID 0. This is not RAID 0. So we have, let's see, 95 of you watching. We have 65 of you. Do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up. Let's get this spread out over YouTube. It certainly helps out the channel, helps support the channel. Question, can these play Doom? I don't know. That's a good question. Probably not. No, yes, I think they can play Doom. In their sleep, they can play Doom, probably. That's great. All right. So while these are running, we could probably figure out what we're going to do next on these. So we already ran the Geekbench. We saw the results, both single, multi-core. We ran the OpenCL to test the graphics on these. So we're probably going to test the fan noise. We'll test the thermals. We'll do Cinebench R23 probably. We also want to check out the cameras on these, of course. We'll test the sound on them as well. Toasters play Doom nowadays. Yes. All right. Pretty good so far. I mean, look at that. Already at almost 9,800 in the writes. This is super fast. RAID 0, of course. And this has 5640. So you can see what the 14-inch over here. This is the 14-inch. I'm not connected up to the dock here, so I can't show you that. But I can show it to you over here. Just top down. Good discussions going on about the WSL. That's good. According to Blue Streak, he's saying WSL actually runs pretty well. Some stuff can run better under WSL than natively in Nintendo land. Okay. Coming from an XPS 17, the 5690 looks really interesting. Well, it does have those vibes, right? A little bit of a throwback to the XPS 17, which is one of my all-time favorites, as you probably know. But a lot of the design cue is there, right? Still there, right? A lot of it's there. Love this haptic touchpad. Got to tell you that. That's really nice. They brought that here. The display is gorgeous. This would be what you would get on a XPS 16, although not as high a refresh rate, of course. That one is 90 hertz on the XPS 16 that I looked at. Again, consumer focused. This is professional grade focused workstation. How does this compare to the Lenovo P1 Gen 7? I don't have that one yet, Crazy Up. Hopefully, I'll be getting that soon, so stay tuned. Seems like competition is growing in the high-end laptop segment. Absolutely. They certainly will go head-to-head, and I'm very impressed so far with these two Precisions I have here. Fans aren't that bad either so far. Again, we have to push it, though. Almost done with this speed test in terms of the SSDs. This is a very fun live stream so far, if you're a nerd like me. But yeah, all kidding aside, this is a lot of work. So you better appreciate this, but I do enjoy it. This is like I've said in the past, I love making the recorded videos, the reviews. They're a lot of work. I love scoring them. I love doing all that stuff, running the benchmarks and all that. You know, I love all that. Love filming and doing not so much the editing part of it, but I love doing live streams. That's, to me, it's a lot of fun, a lot of work, but a lot of fun. So we have our score here, 12,093, 9791, 6969, 5640. Very good, both excellent. Certainly what you need these laptops to do. Now, keep in mind, this is a RAID 0. This is not. So that's why we're seeing higher speeds on this one. Let me take my screenshots of these. Perfect. And let's go download. Let's get Cinebench R23. And then I'll look at the camera as well. But let me just get these downloaded. This is starting to go, the fans are starting to go on that one. I'll save Cinebench 2024 for the full review because they take a long time to run. Pretty much to load in and run. They're a bigger test. So... okay, and we need it for Windows. Okay. These should start downloading. There they go. Well, this one's going. Could you please tell us, can haptic touchpads on Windows machines be compared with the same ones on MacBooks? Does it seem to work the same way? Yeah, well, look, this is very good. I got to tell you, so far in the limited time that I've been using it on the 5690 here, this haptic touchpad is very good. I think Macs are really good, probably the best in class. Although I got to say, Sensel's doing a great job on what they did on the ThinkPads, what they did on the Laptop Studio from Microsoft and so forth. And they're really killing it on the ThinkPads, like I said earlier, and also on the Dell XPS 14 and 16 that I have here. Well, I don't have the 16 anymore, but I have the 14 here, and it has been excellent. So I don't know if they're making this one. I don't think so. I think this is the one they've been using. This is a very good one. I have no issues with this. But I think Macs might have the best force pads or touch pads. Although I got to say, the Windows side of things are getting really good. It's getting pretty interesting. So just keep that in mind. Let me open these up. Let's get this. Now, I just want to get these loaded in because I want to start looking at the cameras and have this ready to go once we're done with that. So these are almost done. Good to see Burr Banana. You have the Dragonfly G10 with the Ryzen 7840HS, which one scores around 8 to 840 on battery, and charge multi-core and around 83 versus 100 single core on battery charger. Okay, that's pretty good. I wish AMD did more marketing and relations with their Ryzen chips. Seems far superior, and the 8000 series is even more tuned. Yeah, I've been very impressed. I did the AMD version on the ZenBook recently. I also saw it on the really impressive stuff on the 8840HS on the HP Envy, the 16-inch 360 version. So that's been pretty good. AMD, even though they have an NPU before, they couldn't create the hype around the AI like Intel, and that hurt them. Yeah, they've had it, right? So, even Apple didn't. They're trying to promote it now in their new M4 in the iPad, which is a big ripoff, by the way. Don't get me started. Don't get me started on that. So I think I'll be avoiding that one. I don't think I'll be reviewing the iPad Pro. I would like to, but it's just too damn expensive. And I'd have to buy all new accessories because guess what, folks? None of the old ones work. All right. So before we run these, so I'll just, let me minimize these for now. I want to see the cameras, okay? So let's load the camera. So before we do that, I want to let you know this one has supposedly a 720p, we'll see, and this one has a 1080p. I don't know why they didn't upgrade this one, we'll see. Again, proof is in the camera. Let's see, camera app. And I'll show you the 14 first here. Okay. All right, where's the camera? Let's do that again. I don't know if it's off. I don't know. Let's try that again. We may have to restart this one. I don't see a camera. This is what I see. So, interesting. So that's using the, hold on, let's see. I don't know why you're not seeing what I'm seeing. Oh, because I'm on the wrong, it was plugged into the, hold on, give me a second here. It's on the wrong laptop. But still, there's no camera here. Let me restart and see if that will make a difference here. In the meantime, let's look at this one. Hopefully we won't have that issue. Unless they're off by default. Let the camera access your precise location. Okay. Are they off by default? Let me see. Is there a button that I can enable? Let me go to the settings here. Let me show you what's going on. Give it a second to load in. So I'm thinking these are off by default for security reasons. So this is what I'm seeing, a blank here. And it looks like the camera button is showing here. So is there a shutter switch? No. I don't understand why the camera's not showing here. So let me go to the settings here. There's the preview. You can see the preview on the 16-inch here. So the camera, let's switch apps here. Let's see what's going on with the camera. Camera settings. Let's go to the privacy settings. Everything's on. Currently in use. I see myself there. So, I don't know. Photo settings. Video settings. So let's see. It is 1080p. We know that. Let me close that again. Let's try it again. I'm wondering if it's a security issue. I'm not sure. You get the auto framing and all that, AI effects. I'm not sure what's going on here. Any suggestions? Somebody's saying driver. Dimitri's saying driver. Let me see if we can go back to the 14-inch real quick here. So the 14-inch, let me show you on this one. Let me just bring this back over here. Let's unplug this one. Now that we restarted this one, let's see if the camera will start. And that might be the issue on this one. We'll see. Yeah. So it needed a restart, probably a driver issue. So let me restart this. So this is working. Let's see what I'm looking at here. Okay. Now let's go. Let's go to the settings. You're not going to like this. Yeah, 720p as I suspected. So 720p, little disappointing. For a 720p, it's fine. But come on, Dell. You could have put a 1080p in this. That's ridiculous. Come on. We're still with this? I thought we were. It's good for 720p. Don't get me wrong. But I thought we were beyond this. I thought we got past this. I thought I'd never see this again. oh, boy. It's a good 720p camera if you need a 720p camera. So it is what it is. Now, you do get the AI effects and all that stuff. Yeah. It's okay. Let me make sure it's clean. That's the other thing. Sometimes that makes a difference. This one just rebooted. Oh, okay. Good to see one bad van. All right. So, come on now. What are you doing? Come on. All right. Not a big deal. Really isn't a big deal, but I would like to see the same one you put on this 16, put it on the 14. All right. Let me put it back over here. Let me bring it over to this one so you can see what I'm doing. And let me see if the camera loads in now that we restarted. Okay. And good news, it's working. And here it should be. Yep, there it is. Okay. Now it's adjusting the lighting, so just give it a second. Now, this one, the 16-inch, is 1080p. It also has these both have NPUs, so it has the AI effects for that. So it's okay. I mean, for 1080p, it's okay. I think, I don't know if you can see this. Let's try this. You can sort of see both of them. Or maybe this might work better. I want you to see both. I can't connect them both at the same time. The color, this seems like a warmer color than this one. So 1080p, 720p. I don't know. Oh, I guess they're okay. No uses yet. I think we'll see more stuff taking advantage of the NPU. All right, those are the cameras. I'm not going to go over the AI. We already seen the AI effects a million times. I'm sure they work reasonably well. All right, let's just do one. Let's see. Here, this is the 16-inch. So auto framing works. Yeah, it works good. A little slow on the uptake there. That's the AI auto framing background. Here's the standard blur. Here's the portrait blur. Yeah, it's fine. It's all fine. Same thing on the 14-inch. Again, not sure why they went with the 720p. I guess they didn't upgrade this year. The camera, I don't know why. All right, those are the cameras. Serviceable for this. It's good on this. I think they're fine. I think they're fine. All right, so let me take that off. I'm going to bring back Cinebench R23. We'll get a measurement. We'll do the 14 first. So let me close this. Okay, let's bring this over here. So let me go to the downloads. Okay. So we'll test the fan noise on the 14 and then we'll do the 16 and we'll do the thermals and all that. So then we'll do a sound test. I don't know. Maybe we'll open them up also. All right. So here we go. This is the Cinebench R23. We're going to do the multi-core first. And I'm going to bring out my camera here. Actually, let me stop that. I'm going to do advanced here. Let's go to the preferences. Let's do a 5-minute multi-core. And this way, you won't be here all day. Now we can run it. And I hear the fans going already. Let me get out my FLIR camera. Let me get out my S24 Ultra. Okay. Hopefully it'll work on the first shot. Sometimes it doesn't. As we have 100 of you. So pretty good turnout today. Okay. Here we go. So there's a spot here by the vent, 38, 39 degrees Celsius. 42. But where you place your fingers on the keyboard, not much of an issue. Although by the space bar, it does heat up a little bit. Interesting. Okay, now let me do the underside. Definitely has the two fans I can see. So about 49 up here, that's where the vent is. Pretty cool. Nothing too hot here. Good venting there. So pretty good on that regard. All right. Let's get a measurement of the fan noise. Definitely noticeable, 54 decibels on the 14-inch. So relatively cool. It is a little bit noisy on the ultra performance mode. Under load, you'll notice it. I don't think it's going to be an issue when doing everyday tasks in the balance mode or optimized mode for Dell. So I think you'll be okay. Again, I'll have to do my further testing. Now, let's do the 16-inch. So, well, let's at least get a multi-core score here. It's another 2 minutes. Let's take some of your comments and questions. A small company you never heard of. No, I'm getting midstream there. So a nice discourse going on there. I think both machines on the cameras could be better. Okay. I don't know about the other uses of AI, but the debugging it has been a serious blessing. Okay. I also use Copilot while coding, but most of the time I am co-piloting the Copilot. You cannot be a good developer by relying on current AI. Very interesting, Burbanana. The only thing it does well right now is handle boilerplate stuff, so you don't have to copy paste or rewrite basic stuff. Okay. It has no actual standalone production uses, if you ask me. Not in 2024, but I do think you have a huge impact. It will have a huge impact on big data-based applications in the near future. So what the conversation here between Blue Streak and Burbanana and folks are basically saying it's on its way. It's not there yet, is what I'm taking away. That there are some uses, but it's not to be relied upon solely in terms of AI with coding and so forth. And I'm not a coder, so I cannot speak to that, but I do respect what you guys are saying. Obviously, I'm learning a lot from you guys. So yeah, it's not there yet, but we're on our way with AI. And 2024 really has been the year of AI when you think about it. So this 3000 series is looking pretty good. It's blowing through this pretty quickly here on the CPU side, although this is a CPU test, I should say. I should just think before I speak. This is the Core Ultra 9 185H. So I'll test the graphics, of course, when I do the Cinebench 2024 as well as the 3D Mark test that I do, the Time Spy, Fire Strike, all that stuff. And then I'll test thermal throttling on the Time Spy stress test as I normally do. We have 77 likes. Do me a favor. We have about 100 of you watching. Do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up. Let's get it spread out over YouTube. Does me a favor. And just a channel update, we passed 160,000 subscribers, so I want to thank everybody, as well as 42 million views. So 42 million views, which, you know, when I think about it, I have to pinch myself. I cannot believe my videos have been watched more than 42 million times. That is just, it's crazy when you think about it. And then how it all started and where it's come. And then 160,000 subscribers. I couldn't be more thankful to you guys. So thank you so much. Now, we have a result here, 16,159, which I guess is a pretty nice result. So for Cinebench R23. So let me take a screenshot of that. That's pretty good. I'm not going to do the single core on this. I'll save that for the full review. All right, let's close this one and bring here the 16-inch. All right, let's get this going here. Okay. We go to the downloads. Okay. Let's accept that. Let's go to a 5-minute test here. Let me do a 5 minutes. Custom. Let's go to advanced. Do the custom 5 minutes. Let's do the multi-core, and then I can get an idea of the thermals here. Let's let it run for a little bit, and then I'll do that. Okay. About 41 over here by the vent. Keyboard's cool, not too bad. Okay. Let's do the underside there. Cool. Back is pretty cool. Nothing pretty hot here. Very good. That's pretty good. You know, by the vent, it does heat up a little bit, but nothing much, actually. This is really good cooling solution here. I wonder if that has vapor chamber cooling. We'll have to open that up and take a look. I suspect it does. But we'll have to open it up to see. Now, let's listen to those fans. They're really going right now. About 53 decibels, so noticeable. Not the worst I've ever heard, and I got to tell you, it stays really cool. So I'm thinking this might have vapor chamber cooling. Again, we'll have to take a look, but not too much. I mean, the fan noise, like I said, it just depends on what you're going to be doing on these laptops. You will notice the fan noise under load, but I think it's not an annoying high-pitched noise or anything like that, so it'll be pretty good in that regard. I don't think you'll have a problem. I think when you're in the optimized mode and so forth, I don't think you'll have any issues whatsoever. So just keep that in mind. We could do we'll get our test here because this is the 5000 series. So we saw over 16,000 on the RTX, I think it's the RTX 3000 Ada, and this is the 5000 here. I think that has 8 gigabytes of video memory. This has 16. Good to see David Smith here. No corporation is safe when GN starts poking around. Gamers Nexus. ProArt, you know, I could talk to Asus. I looked at them back at CES, and I told them I do have interest in it, and it's a good competition. So, yeah, I would definitely be interested in that. Okay, Ganesha, it's enough. I know Uzbekistan likes me. I know they like me. You don't have to keep telling me that. Are you from Tashkent? But you don't have to do it 10 times. And Nolan, thank you. That means a lot. Thank you so much. Love my reviews. Good. Got somebody likes them. I don't know what that Ganesha is doing, but we may be close to doing the old boot. We'll see. All right, so we'll get our result here. This is pretty fast. This is running pretty. I have a feeling the result's going to be pretty good on this one. Let me see if I missed any comments or questions besides Ganesh here. So Burr Banana is asking, have you noticed a discrepancy between multi-core Ultra chips? I have tested about 4 or 5 so far, and they all perform very differently. Thank you for your reviews. Yeah, I mean, I noticed it, especially with the 16-inch HP Spectre before the BIOS, the F10 BIOS update that I ran. All right, we got our result here. So yeah, we do see variations. I may have to do a video on that. 18,618 on this test here. So 18,618, that's a pretty decent score. It's pretty good. 16,000 plus on the 14. All right, so let's put it back over here. So we ran the thermals, we ran the fan noise test. Let's do the sound test, and then maybe we'll open them up. The last thing we do, as we're now at an hour and a half almost. So last time we got close to 2 hours, and I don't know if I want to go that long today. Again, it is a double unboxing. I do understand that. All right, so let's put it on me for a second. Let me go to Epidemic Sound. So they both have quad speakers. I expect good things out of both of them, really. But, you know, we'll see. Best one I heard so far from Windows, 2 of them. I saw a really good result for the sound on the Yoga Pro 9i, phenomenal. And then I was very impressed with the Asus ROG Zephyrus G16 here for 2024. The 2 best Windows sounding laptops. Also very impressive was the Yoga Book 9i with the dual display that had a pretty nice sound as well. Give me a second here. Good keyboard. Okay, that's logged in. Let me go to the saved. Okay, so let's put this over here. Let me bring this one over here. Okay. We put it back on me as we get this one loaded in. Also pretty nice keyboard as well. Okay. Let me know if I miss anything in the chats, if I need to comment on anything. Let me see. Thanks. I implore you to pick your favorite for 2024 and do so long-term review, 3 to 6 months. Okay. Yeah, I will be doing a roundup. Stay tuned. All right. So we got them here. Let me go to my saved. There we go. We'll do Quite Unique by Tiger Blood Jewel. All right. So let's make sure the volume is on 100%. I think these use I don't think they have the Dolby Atmos. I think they use their own Wave Max. Yeah, I think we'll just keep it the way it is. I'll play with the settings for the full review. A lot of wires here, which is kind of annoying. Okay, let me move these. Hold on. Okay, let's line these up. Turn this on. So on the left is the Dell Precision 5490. On the right is the Dell Precision 5690. All right, let's listen to the 14 first. Now here's the Precision 5690. Okay, yeah, the 16 sounds better. Not surprising. It's a bigger chassis, probably has better speakers overall, but this was pretty good. I think they both sounded good. I like them. Quad speakers on both. I think this has 8 watts, or let me see here. Let's bring out the specs, although we can't rely on my specs too much because we didn't have an SD card on mine. Let's move over here. And this one, as far as audio is concerned, 4 premium speakers. I don't know what that means, but it sounded pretty good to me. And then on this one, on the 14-inch, let me move here. This one had 4 total speakers at 2 watts each, 8 watts of power. Okay. So that's pretty good. Pretty good sound. All right, so let's turn these off. I'm going to open them up. Let me turn this. Boom, boom. Let's shut these down. Shut down. This one I have to update. I'm not going to be able to. It's going to take about 6 minutes. I'm just going to turn it off like this. Okay, let's unplug these. Let's move this one over here. Okay. All right, let's open it up. Hopefully they'll be easy. So it looks like they're using Torx, T5 Torx screws. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This looks like there's 8. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on both. All right. Let's try this one. Not this one. Let's try this one. Yeah, this one works. Hopefully this will open easily. All right, so far, one more screw on this one. Okay, these are done. All right, so let's see how easy, see if we can try to get this started here. This might be a little tight. Hopefully I can do this. Yeah, it's on pretty tight. I think I got it here. Yeah, I hate when they pack it in so tight. Yeah, it's on a little tight for my liking, but I got it off. All right, so pretty nice metal cover here. So this is the internal. So we got the SSD here. You got the dual fans. The Wi-Fi card is soldered into the motherboard. And get a better look there. 72 watt-hour battery. Here's the two bottom firing speakers. They're pretty nicely sized. Sound was pretty good. And that's it. I mean, the things that are upgradable, obviously, is the SSD. I don't see a second slot or anything like that. It's pretty compact in there. It's a pretty good battery size for the 14-inch category. So hopefully we'll get pretty decent battery life. Okay. And that's the internals of this one. So let's go back over here. And let's open this one up. Now, I suspect this might have vapor chamber because I saw pretty good thermals there. Let's get these bottom four here. Okay. Hopefully this won't be as tight, but who knows? Oops. Let's get nervous with this crap. Yeah, this one's on pretty tight. Got to get it started from somewhere. I don't want to break anything on this $6,000 workstation. Okay, I think I can get it from here. I hate to use metal, but I really don't want to, so I'm going to keep with this plastic here. Yeah, this one's on pretty tight. See what I have here. Maybe to just get it started. There we go. Yeah, this one's going to be a tough one. Got to be careful here. Boy, Dell couldn't pack this any tighter. Almost. Sorry, folks. Just bear with me. I think I got it here. Well, I have all the screws off. I'm sweating here. Maybe lay it flat. Yeah, that's a good idea. But I don't want to break anything. Boy, Dell really packed this one on. I feel it coming. I mean, I feel like it's going to come off. Ay, ay, ay. Don't waste, didn't want anybody to open these up. Yeah, this one was a lot easier. I'll get it off. I mean, I just don't want to waste your time. See, I feel like it's about to come off. Almost there. Like, come on. It like wants to come off, but it's just not cooperating. I got all the screws off. I'm sweating. Yeah, look at this. Woo. I'll tell you, they really don't want this coming off. Let me see what other tools I have here that might help. I really want this off now. Boy, they really packed this one on. I don't know any other way to get this off. Maybe they don't want you to take it off. I don't know. Feels like it's about to come off, but something's holding it, and I don't want to break anything. Feels like it's about to. No, I can't. I'm not gonna fool with this. Too expensive. It wants to come off. Believe me, it does want to come off. Yeah, if I lay it flat, let me try it this way. But I got to get a grip on it somehow. It's not coming off. I think all the screws are off. Let's make sure. Off, 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 off. Yeah, they're all off. Oh, it's back turned back on. All right, I'm going to try it in the video. I'm not going to do it now. So, if I got it off last year, it's probably the same. All right. Yeah, no, it's Master Fung. It's made not to come off pretty easily. Apparently, whoever tightened this did a good job. It like wants to come off. Something's holding it. Yeah, this is probably one of the tightest ones I've done so far. I'm just going to leave it for now. All right, I'm not going to waste your time. All right. Woo. That was a lot of work. All right, I think we're going to call it a stream here. It's now an hour and 45 minutes. So far, pretty good. But I need to take a break. So I'll put the screws back on this one. I'm going to see if I can play around with this one off air to try to get it off. Either way, it was a lot of fun today, folks. Double unboxing once again. I want to thank the moderators for doing such a great job. And I want to thank everybody who contributed today with the conversation. A lot of great conversation on these professional grade workstations. Very interesting stuff. I'll see you everybody next time. Plenty of stuff coming. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.